What's up, everybody? We're back. And, when I say me, I mean me, Asian, everybody but Diablo. Cause, he's a forehead.
Yeah, Diablo is the biggest fucking forehead. Literally was in party with me, talking about wanting a game and whatnot. And I'm watching anime, so, you know, I can't see him, like, leave and join party. And he fucking just left me after a while.
He's not a real man like Asian. He couldn't accept the fact that his sea chickens lost.
And he's like, I got company over. No Diablo, he's not gonna be ready for the rest of the night.
The company is his right hand.
So, do you want to go over last week's results so I can get my bitching over with?
Yeah, so, last week,
you don't need to bring up the score.
You want me to get the score involved? Because I can get the score involved.
Oh, no, I don't think you need to. I think we just do a game recap.
I think we can.
We don't need to talk about who's in dead last with their picks and who's in first.
Oh, you mean
that you
score.
again?
He's actually tied with me and Diablo, so it's not as bad as it could be.
Yeah, thanks Cleveland for running my perfect week.
I know, Caleb was lead man, but for playoff scores, this is just including playoffs, obviously. 5-1 for Caleb, 4-2 for Asian, and the rest of us are 3-3.
No, it's only in game or two. Okay.
Yeah. So we all still have relative good chances.
Yeah, Asian.
Well,
our only real difference was I took Baltimore and you took Tennessee.
I can't believe both are one. It's so disgusting.
Well, Asian, me and you are gonna have the same picks.
Well, at least I'm not going to be last then after this week.
Hey, I might have the same picks as Asian.
Oh wow!
Nah, I think I'll go
we'll
with the
see.
Saints.
I'm gonna be on my own on two different boats, huh?
Well, I don't know. I don't remember all of Asian's picks, so.
I think Coon's gonna ride the Saints with you. He's been riding the Saints all year.
Well, I got a stat when we get to that game.
So, anything you guys want to add before we hop into these games? Or you want to wait until after?
I thought you were going to talk about last
Yeah, I
week's
thought you were
games
talking about last week. I thought you were gonna recap.
of what teams won and lost. And
Okay, I have it pulled up on here. Yeah, the Bills and Colts game. Bills won by a field goal.
Bills.
that
Or
game
by 3
looked like
points.
it
I don't know
got
if won by a
scary.
field goal. Yeah, I can't believe the Colts put up that good of a fight against the Bills. That was.
I can. I thought the Colts were a really good team.
I thought the
didn't
Colts
think it
were
was
good, but I didn't
blowout.
think they were on the Bills
It
level.
felt like Buffalo should have lost that game.
Well, honestly, there was one point where the guy got tackled, and it was like one of those weird tackles where he was down, and then he got tackled, and he fumbled, and then they went to the Colts fair, but they didn't do anything with it. But if the Colts would have done something with it, I think Buffalo would have got screwed there, because in my opinion, that was a fumble.
And
it was like the last 45 seconds, minute in the game. I mean, if the Bills would have got it like they had, because like the Bills fell on the fumble, but they ruled in favor of the Colts. If it was ruled a fumble, then the game just would have been over sooner.
yeah, I didn't watch any of that one. I only really watched the football team game. But after that, we got the Rams beating the Seahawks by 10 points.
Save my game for last so I can go into it.
Dude, can we?
If Diablo was here, we'd be saying some things.
Yeah, can we?
Oh, no.
Can we talk
We're
about
still going to say some
it's like,
things.
how it's blatantly obvious that McVay don't believe in Goff. Like, he was practically benched, and now this week he's starting because Wolford can't go, and it's a situation.
I think it was funny that he was benched, but he's still wearing the captain.
Yeah.
So he was benched. It was weird because he got all the starting reps. He got all the starting reps, and then they started Wolfie.
Wolfie.
Yeah, Wolford.
Wolford did look good though. I like Wolford a lot more.
Until he got
Personally.
injured.
Well, I was gonna say Wolford got injured like the second drive of the game.
No, I meant in
Anyways.
the game he actually played the Cardinal game.
Oh.
Anyways, can we talk about how trashy the Seahawks are? Man, it's so garbage. I'm so happy they're out. I picked them to win, and you know what? It's worth taking an L sometimes, because that losing is me winning. Oh, man.
Except for the fact that you're tied at 3-3 with me and Diablo.
Hey, you know what? That game was fucking worth it, alright? And it just feels so good to talk crap on the Seahawks because, oh man, Anthony's a Seahawks fan, and whew.
I feel a lot better doing it if Diablo is here.
And you know what? He don't even have to be here. I'm getting my fur coat and cigars ready.
Oh man, I'm probably gonna let him have it next week if he's not here. Hey, after that we got.
Yeah, you know he totally picked the Rams on a bet. I guess he made a bet on the Rams because they beat his boys.
Well, after that we got the Buccaneers in Washington.
What? Whoa! Okay, never mind. That was the next game.
Yeah.
I didn't watch that game. That's why I forgot about it.
Buccaneers put up a fight. Or not Buccaneers. Washington put up a fight.
I heard Heineke looked pretty good. I heard he looked better than any quarterback Washington had played all year.
Not Alex Smith. Alex Smith is a god.
I'm just telling you what I heard.
I don't know. I didn't watch too much of it. I just watched like the first 2 drives. Nothing spectacular happened during that time.
I did not watch this game because it would have been my boys playing, and you know, I was like, "Fuck Washington, fuck this game."
After that, we had the Ravens and the Titans, and the Ravens beat the Titans 20-13.
So the Titans are upset at the Ravens because the Ravens danced on their logo. However, the Titans are the one who started that whole thing last year in the playoffs by dancing on the Ravens shit.
I was gonna say I heard that Vrabel didn't say anything about it. It feels like Vrabel kind of knew.
It's mostly like players that they got into like a scuffle at the beginning. But I don't get why it's like going into the Pittsburgh thing here. So I just don't get these like why they're upset about it when you start that shit.
Yeah, if you start that, then that's on you. I'm surprised the Ravens won. I didn't watch that game, but I'm probably glad I didn't because it probably was garbage to watch.
I mean, they're both running teams majority. Running teams don't really make it that far in the playoffs. You were able to shut Derrick Henry down, and Tennessee couldn't really do anything.
Yeah, I expected more out of Tennessee than the Ravens. So
The only game that I watched a lot of the playoffs here and there. The only full game I watched was the game that people said was the most boring that you're fixing to get to.
Yeah, speaking of the most boring game of the week, we had the Saints versus the Bears. The Saints won 21-9.
I thought we were the most boring game of the week.
No, y'all had high points and turnovers, and there was shit going on in y'all's game. Did y'all happen to see anything from the Nickelodeon podcast?
I did not.
No.
They had the slime going off everywhere on screen. It looked like the Nick broadcast was more entertaining than the CBS broadcast.
I saw McAfee had a video about it, but I never clicked on it.
Yeah, I wanted to check that out
It was
because I
basically they just put a bunch of flair on it. It makes you really wonder if the NFL being as smart as they are, you got to think that that
they'll probably do more of those deals
eventually,
down the future.
the internet will get a hold of this, and from there, the possibilities are endless. But yeah, I'll say this: if New Orleans plays like they played that first half, we're in trouble this weekend. Second half, they looked fine. That first half was hard to get through. Defense really carried us.
I just want to say I wish the Saints would have lost. Bear down.
I'll say this: they dropped that wide open touchdown. Trubisky made some good throws, and his third and fourth string receivers kept dropping them because he didn't have his. He had one of his top three, so I guess the fourth and fifth string kept dropping passes.
Mm. It's just the Bears, you know.
Yeah,
they shouldn't be in the
I still don't know
playoffs.
how
If
the
we're all
Bears
being
made
real
it.
here.
Yeah, they.
Yeah,
did well in the playoffs.
I'd rather see the Saints in Arizona than Arizona. Just
I would have
murdering the
rather. I would
Saints.
have rather seen Arizona make it as well.
Me too.
They're a lot more exciting team than the Bears. I mean, props to the Bears. They did what they had to and they made it, but they definitely out of all the other teams, they did not feel. They're the one that felt least like a playoff team out of all of them.
Oh man. Well, after the bat, we had Asian's favorite game of the week. The Browns
my
beating the
lifetime.
Steelers, 48 to 37.
I just want to say something for Asian goes on his little rant. 2 of 3, boys. 2 of 3. For those of you who don't know, it's because Seattle.
I'll say this about this game for Asian goes off. It was the first time I ever tuned into a game to see a blowout. Because when I heard what the score was, I was shocked that the Browns were actually doing it.
Okay, the 2 of 3 means because Diablo, Caleb, and Asian, their teams all made it to the playoffs.
Asian in the playoffs.
Hey, you
I'm
know
just-
what? I
I'm just waiting
haven't
for them.
given him the kiss of death like all year. What do you even mean?
Oh, I said my piece. That was the only thing I wanted to say.
Plus, you said I give him the kiss of death. But everyone went Pittsburgh. Statement is invalid. It's most like it's whenever it's a one-off and I pick them.
No.
Yep. Asian, the floor is yours.
There you go.
Alright, so I was talking with my brother about this game. Thinking back on it, in my lifetime that I can remember, this might be the worst loss for me as a Steeler fan in Steelers history. It's this one. For me, this is my top 3 that we came up with that I can remember. It's this one, when we got T-bowed in overtime to go to the AFC Championship.
Wait. Was the Denver loss, y'all? When he threw the fucking Hail Mary in overtime?
No. It was a quick slant. It was a
Yeah,
quick
he took a
slant to
quick slant,
Demarius
it went
Thomas.
77
and it went,
yards?
it went 70-something yards. Yep, that was us. So that was my number 2 when we got T-bowed. And then my number 3 was when we lost to the 0-15 Derek Carr Houston Texans in the regular season. we were the only win that they had that year. And the reason why, I told my brother, if this was Baltimore that we lost to in the first round, if this was Buffalo, if this was Indy, if this was Miami that we lost in the first round, it wouldn't have hurt so bad. You know what I mean? But the fact that we lost to Cleveland in the first round, the fact that this is their first playoff game in 30 fucking years, the fact that they didn't practice all week, they didn't have their coaching staff, they had a fucking special teams coach in to coach against us, and we still came out flat-footed and unprepared. Then you had Juju talking shit all fucking week about the Browns being the Browns, just giving them more bulletin board material. Oh my god, I can go on forever about this game. I'm just getting so, jumbled where I want to start and where I want to finish with this. It's bad. It's bad being a Steelers fan right now. There's a lot of Steelers fans who were already Tomlin non-supporters that want him out. And it's bad now because the people like me who were Tomlin supporters all these years can't defend him anymore. How many years are we going to let Tomlin come unprepared for big games like this and then get away with it by saying some fancy quote in the press conference? I don't even remember what quote Tomlin said when we lost this year. We died on the vine? What the fuck does that even mean? We died on the vine. What the hell does that even mean?
You know, he died on the vine, bro. You're on the vine of the playoffs and he died.
Okay. I get it. It's not his fault that players are dropping balls. Players aren't making tackles. You know what I mean? There's turnovers. It's not his fault Marquise Pouncey snapped the ball 20 yards over the head to begin the play. But it's been happening throughout his career, and he hasn't been able to stop it. Us being unprepared, us being, not ready for these bigger games. And then he just constantly let Juju get away with so much shit this year. And now it's rubbing off on Claypool. Like Claypool, just take your loss like a man. I can't believe that he came out and said that he's upset about the Browns winning and that they were super classless and that they were disrespectful to Juju. This is a quote. If the Browns had won with more class, then I wouldn't have been so salty about it. But them mocking Juju during the game and after the game just didn't sit right with me.
I mean, he has his boys back, but I mean, what did you expect?
Yeah.
Juju talked shit all week, all year, probably, since his career began with the Steelers. We've been talking shit to the Browns all 30 years. We just had to take this loss. I would rather Claypool came out and said, the Browns outplayed us. They wanted it more. They had a good game. Hats off to them. But, this is going to drive me to, we're never going to want to feel this way again, lose to the Browns. But instead, he's just bitching and whining. Well, it doesn't matter. They're just going to lose next week anyways to the Chiefs. Stop being a sore loser. We lost.
Speaking of that, did you see Sammy Watkins come out dogging the Browns?
No.
Oh, God.
He said they're no competition.
God damn it, dude. I swear to God, the Browns better not win this week, because I'm going to lose my goddamn mind. This is set up to be the underdog story of the NFL right here.
But I know a lot of Steeler fans, and I'm kind of getting up there. I don't want to just fire Tomlin just to fire Tomlin. If there's another head coach out there or offensively the next big thing, then yeah, I wouldn't mind making the move. But I think it's almost time because I think we plateaued with Tomlin. Yeah, he inherited Cowher's roster and went to a Super Bowl with that with Roethlisberger and all that. But since then, he hasn't really done anything. And Mook just sent something to the group. He hasn't won Ben Roethlisberger hasn't won a playoff game since what was that? 2014, 16, something like that.
Are you talking about the thing I tagged you where it was like?
Blake Bortles has more, yeah.
Yeah, that shit was amazing.
So Tomlin literally hasn't won a playoff game for us in like almost 7 years. He's either missed the playoffs or hasn't gotten to playoffs in the last 7 years. And yeah, he comes out with fancy quotes and things like that, and players love him. But I don't know. It
feels like a lot more chaos than
it's getting a lot stale. It's getting stale in Pittsburgh. Like making the playoffs is great and all that. Yeah, we should be thankful for that as Pittsburgh fans. But as Pittsburgh fans, we always want championship or more. You know what I mean? That's the goal every year, especially with the roster the last 10 years. It should have been championship or more.
So can I ask if and I'm sure the answer is we at least wanted to beat the Browns, but was the writing somewhat on the wall, losing 4 or 5 going into the playoffs, or did the win against the Colts kind of clear all that up? Like, okay, we have something here.
I knew we weren't Super Bowl teams. I knew we weren't going to the Super Bowl. I thought maybe we can make it to the AFC Championship and lose to the Chiefs. I didn't think we were going to win the Super Bowl, go to the Super Bowl. There's no way in hell that we should have lost to the Browns if Tomlin is such a good head coach when they had no practice all week, when they didn't have Denzel Ward or their other starting cornerback Kevin Johnson. When they had a special teams coach as their freaking head coach this week, and Tomlin still got outcoached by that.
I was just curious if the losses in the regular season, if the writing was somewhat on the wall.
I didn't see much of the game. Are you sure it was Tomlin's fault, or did the players just play awful in the first half?
Coaching is a lot of it. I mean, the defense was banged up, but I mean, a lot of the mistakes were offense mistakes.
Yeah, but sometimes your players don't perform like they should be, and I know that because I watched the Cowboys. Zeke had so many.
And I get that.
Are we comparing McCarthy to Tomlin?
And I said that earlier that it's not his fault that Pouncey flipped the ball over the head or bent through an interception. But the thing is, like Caleb said, the writing was kind of on the wall. 4 of the last 5, and he couldn't get us out of that slump. And a good coach should be able to do that, especially with a good roster.
A lot of this was against bad teams.
You think Belichick and Brady or Peyton and Breeze would have ever lost to a Browns without a week of practice, without their head coach, without 2 starting corners?
Oh, for sure. Joking.
I'll say this:
mean-
you seen what happened when New England played an unprepared team this year when they played the Chargers. It was a fucking massacre.
There's no way Tomlin should have lost that game. There's no fucking way at all.
You,
And the
Cause,
fact that he just continuously every year and especially towards the end of the year in the playoffs just doesn't have our team prepared is starting to rub a lot of Steeler fans the wrong way. And I know a lot of Steeler fans would not be upset to get rid of him this year, including myself. And I've been the biggest Tomlin supporter these years.
you wanna know what that quote means, Asian? Luke sent the definition to the group.
What, we died on the vine?
Yeah, you wanna hear?
I didn't even look it up. I just saw the article, we died on the vine.
It means to fail at early stage or never come to fruition, typically due to neglect, infeasibility, or lack of resources.
Oh, it's an actual saying.
Yeah, apparently.
And then I was thinking, dude, how shitty do you think Joe Hayden feels?
God damn it. Poor Joe Hayden.
Because he's technically never played a playoff game with Pittsburgh. The first year he was with us, he broke his leg at the end of the season, so he didn't get to play in the playoffs. We missed the next 3 years because Juju fumbled the ball,
Oh, man.
and we had a third-string quarterback. And then this year he missed it because of COVID. You think there's a part of Joe Hayden regretting signing with a division rivalry in Pittsburgh and not sticking it out with Cleveland, looking at Cleveland beating Pittsburgh now? Then that could have been, he could have been there celebrating with them.
Oh, man.
And I've been thinking about it in the back of my mind, like, man, am I cursed? Did I get cursed by signing with, because he had 2 shots at the playoffs with us, and both times he was either COVID or injured. We've had him for 5 years. And only made the playoffs twice with him.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah.
No, I guarantee you there's a part of him regretting it. He could have stuck out his career in Cleveland, been loved in Cleveland, been, basically a Cleveland Hall of Famer, not an NFL Hall of Famer, but a Cleveland Hall of Famer. And he could have gotten that victory.
Kind of like the fucking guard they had.
Joe Thomas.
Joe Thomas is really good, though. I think he's
We're kind of like this whole... Dude, this whole Cleveland team's about to be a Cleveland Hall of Fame just for beating Pittsburgh.
I'll say this about Cleveland, man. They seem to finally have the right coach in Stefanski. Like, hats off to them. I thought they were going to blow it. Seeing that when they got within 12, I was like, oh, this would be the most Browns thing in the world if they blew this lead.
Let me see. And I think it's going to be a rough offseason. I think we are losing Ben and Pouncey this offseason. They both said that they're only going to play together with each other. And Pouncey, I hear, didn't even want to come back this year, but only came back because Ben wanted to come back one more year. So Pouncey's definitely done with us. I'm almost 100%.
Here's the thing. I think Ben's going to come back just because Ben was like, if the Steelers want me, I'll come back. And it's like he
said that right after. He said that right after the game, but now
I think a lot of it he's set to make 22 mil. So it's like, oh, you get 22 mil. Looks like I'm playing. That's just my opinion because he's got 1 year left on his deal.
I don't know. I don't know. But it looks like we're losing most of our offensive line. We're losing Pouncey. We're losing, I think, a tackle, Feeler. Or I think we have to sign both tackle, Feeler and Villanueva, so we're losing one of them. We're probably losing Ben. We're probably losing James. I really do not want to re-sign Juju. I do not want that in our locker room anymore. The guy cares more about his branding off the field than he does about doing shit on the field. And then it's really pissing me off.
Wow.
Do you think that Pittsburgh's thinking they're re-signing Juju?
Probably.
Just because we don't really have a number 1 receiver.
Are y'all over the cap by chance? I don't know for sure.
I think this whole offseason is going to be a mess with how COVID has affected it for the cap.
I'm not looking forward to seeing what the Saints look like next year because
I think as of right now, even with even with Ben, we have enough room to re-sign TJ Watt, which is our main priority, but we also got to re-sign Bud Dupree, hopefully.
Bud Dupree was huge, man. It was
Bro, I love Bud Dupree.
it was really saddening that he wasn't there.
Oh man. Well, have you said your piece?
I think so.
Did you apparently hear about the rumor Diablo read?
You mean his stupid ass ideas?
And it's pretty funny because like the dude that he works with that he was telling it to, he didn't tell me. He goes, "Yeah, I told him." He's like, he didn't know.
Dude,
He's like, "Yeah," he's like, "He didn't know anything about it." He goes,
the last
dude
week of the
goes,
season.
"Yeah." He was like,
You're cutting it out.
"Move." And I told him. Oh God. I hope I don't have to sound like a caveman.
Oh my god. Oh my god, we lost Mook.
I was gonna say, dude, the last week of the season, the Packers, not having the 1 seed tied up, kept telling me that he read a story that they were gonna bench Aaron Rodgers, and I was like, that'd be the dumbest shit in the world, Diablo. Why would they do that when they literally get a week off if they win this game? I don't know, I read it, bro.
Yeah, he tried to tell me that too. I looked up, I like before, I'm like, there's no way that's a thing. And he's like, yeah. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna look this up, and it's not gonna be a thing. And I'm like, well, it happened. I'm like, oh, told you. Welcome back, Mook.
I'm here. It made me,
You still kinda.
leave. Am I still cutting?
Yeah.
Okay.
Man, you really.
I'll just say next week then, since I'm cutting in and out.
Okay. Well, yeah, let's hop into this next week of playoff football. And for our first game, we got the Rams versus the Packers.
I'm taking the Packers.
I'm taking the Packers
yeah,
as well.
dude. I think
Meanwhile,
the
Packers!
I think the Rams defense has to play so amazing if they have any chance. I just can't see them sticking with the Packers.
Who did Diablo
So
take
I
for
will
this?
also be taking the Packers.
Diablo take Ram.
Yeah, he did take the Rams.
Rams.
I'll say this: there is a stat out there that Rodgers has never beat a #1 defense in the playoffs. But I feel like they're the first for everything.
I mean, we
Literally
just
all
watched
other
the
stats
Browns
were
win a
in Rodgers'
playoff
favor.
game, so of course it's the first for everything.
It just feels like the year Rodgers is having, like, I just don't think that McVay can overcome Aaron Rodgers.
After that, we got the Ravens versus the Bills. I'm going Bills.
Me take Bills as well. Ugh, Bills.
I'm taking Bills.
I was gonna say, Asian Taylor.
Well, you know what they say. I think this is a really good matchup for the Ravens, and I'm taking the Ravens.
Oh,
Does it sway your opinion to know that this is Lamar Jackson's first game in the snow?
Nope.
Oh, yeah.
Because here's the
Lamar
thing,
Jackson's not
I
winning.
think they got the corners to hang with Buffalo's receivers, and I think that Baltimore has the better running game. So if anything, it strengthens. But to be honest, this is the hardest game of the week for me to call. Like, I don't know how it's gonna go. I could see either one of these teams winning.
Who the hell?
I'm just going with Baltimore
because
because I think they match up with Buffalo
Marlon
really
Humphreys.
well.
Okay.
And Marcus Peters.
Okay. I don't know. I still feel a lot more comfortable with the Bills than a fake playoff
I'll say
team.
this: I would rather see the Bills win, but something just tells me that it's a good matchup for the Ravens, and I'm gonna go with it. If I can handle it if Buffalo wins and moves on.
Who did Diablo take?
He took the Bills.
Diablo. Let's see. If my phone wants to turn on. Oh my god, what the hell? After that, we got the Browns versus the Chiefs. I'm going Chiefs.
I am taking the Chiefs as well. I mean, dude, it's
not even a second thought for me.
the line for this game is 10.5. I think that line might be a bit high. I really hope the Browns don't just get blown out. I at least want to see it be competitive, but I mean, it's gotta be the Chiefs. Like, if they don't turn it on now, when are they gonna turn it on?
I don't even care. I'm taking the Browns. Fuck
Oh,
the playoff
God.
predictions.
Me take Browns. Me not only on ship.
Oh, me taking Kansas City.
Uh-oh.
I wanted to be the only one on that ship.
Oh,
I'm not sinking with Mook.
Who'd y'all take? The Chiefs, probably?
Yeah,
You know what?
Chiefs.
I was gonna go Chiefs, and then A's like, I'll go Browns. And
You don't want to be alone on that ship?
I'll ride that ship alone. And you know what? At the end of the day, if the Browns lose, then it probably won't be by much.
This is the game that's going to make them
Kansas
lose the
City.
Yomos in the playoffs right here, guys.
I don't know, man. This next pick, I think we're
Picking up the
deferring on.
cardboard box. Oh,
After
man.
that, we got the Buccaneers with Tom Brady and the Saints with Drew Brees.
I mean, I could start.
Yeah, you're on Bucks.
I'm riding
right?
the Saints. I'm riding the Saints all the way. And I'll say this, here's a stat for you. In a third meeting where the same team has won twice, in the third game they're 14-7.
Well, time for them to be 14-8, because I'm going with the Buccaneers. I run with it every time. And I am gonna fucking win one. Let's go, Tom Brady. You're the fucking GOAT for a reason. You win
I'll
this
say this,
game, I might even call you daddy every now and then.
I'm gonna be shitting a brick Sunday night watching this game, but I mean, kind of like Asian riding Pittsburgh all season, I'm riding New Orleans till that ship cannot be ridden anymore.
Who did Diablo take?
He took the Bucks.
Asian? You wanna?
I'll take the Bucks. I gotta try to get a game up on Caleb.
Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay.
I will
So I gotta
go
try
with
to
the
get two
Saints.
games. I gotta get one to tie and two to win.
Oh,
So that's
you'll-
Buffalo and the
Yeah, I was
Saints.
gonna say you'll get two if Buffalo and Tampa win.
Yeah, so those are my two.
So, yeah.
I was gonna go with Cleveland and then ride with you on the Saints, but you know Mook fucked that up.
What's
you
up,
know
Coon?
That's the last game.
Oh, part of the plan.
Wait, who did you take, Coon?
The Saints.
Oh, thank God, I'm not
See,
riding
I
the
told
Saints
you.
completely on my own.
I fucking told you.
I mean, dude, here's the thing.
He's rode the Saints all year. I didn't think he'd hop off that shit.
If we play the way we played the first half against the Bears,
And
we're
I
going
hope
to be
so.
in serious trouble.
I hope y'all do. I hope y'all lose.
Here's my situation. I'm
I'm
taking the
drinking
Saints,
all that haterade.
but I'd love to see Tom Brady make a run at a Super Bowl without
Here's
the Patriots.
Here's the thing.
I don't wanna
I
see
think
I've seen Tom Brady enough times make a run to the Super Bowl in the AFC that I don't need to see it in the NFC.
The main thing for me is it's just so that people will put more respect on his name and not be like, oh, it's all
Oh, because there's not enough respect on Tom Brady's name already.
There really isn't.
With his full fucking fist with rings.
Yeah, but people are like, oh, he had Belichick, you know?
I was gonna say, dude. Yeah. Those 5 rings don't garner any respect. They're not even dusty like the
Fucking
Cowboys.
Thanos gone
Listen.
before Thanos was a thing. Does not garner him any respect in the NFL. Huh?
It doesn't. It really doesn't. In the
I'll say
NFL,
this,
yes,
man.
but
They're-
among like a common NFL fan, they'll probably say it was all Bill Belichick.
Bro, if it wasn't for Eli, then what? The guys, he would have fucking 2 rings on his nuts too.
Either way, I would love to see it.
Like I said, I saw Tom Brady torment the AFC enough. I don't need to fucking see that shit anymore.
I've seen it enough too. I haven't seen it as long as you, but I have seen it.
Also, Bruce Arians.
Motherfucker has more Super Bowls than the
0-6
Cowboys
against-
franchise, and he
Also,
has
yeah,
no
Bruce
respect.
Arians getting a Super Bowl. I'd love to see that too.
Arians is 0-6 against Sean Payton.
He was.
And he's
the coach
about to
of
be
the
1-6.
He was the coach of the Cardinals. To be fair, though. I mean,
I hope.
well, anything y'all want to talk about before we disperse?
I mean, if
About
Aiden
how
needs
Tom
to
Brady
go-
has just as many Super Bowl rings as the whole Cowboys franchise, and he has no respect.
Yeah.
If Asian needs to go, that's cool. I have a few things.
Yeah, I gotta get off. But y'all have a good one.
Discuss.
I'll check out the.
Later.
Bye, Asian. Love you.
Bye.
I mean, it's kind of just the shit we talked about the other night while we were waiting on Mook Asian. So yeah, fucking Deshaun Watson, man.
Deshaun Watson.
Where's he ending up?
Fuck.
Have you heard the possible package for him?
No.
It's Tua, Miami's 3rd pick, the 18th pick, the 34th pick, I believe, in the 2nd round, and another 2nd pick.
What in the hell is that kind of trash can of a deal? That sounds like something I hear in Madden.
Well, here's the thing: if you're the Dolphins, if you're the Texans, do you take that, or do you try to right the ship with Deshaun?
That comes down to how much you trust Deshaun, I guess.
And how much
I
you like
mean,
Tua? How much
yeah.
you like Tua? Because I definitely like Watson a lot more than I like Tua.
Yeah, me too. I think Watson is an MVP caliber player, like down the line.
Oh, same here. But at the same time, if you're in a rebuild and you're gonna get rid of him, you
As
might
much
as well
I
get a
hate to admit,
package where
the
you're gonna.
Texans are kind of in a rebuild.
Yeah, they are. And if not, where would you like to see him go?
Like to see him go, or where can I see him go?
Go ahead and do both.
I mean, fuck.
Because there's a lot of teams that are like I'd like to see him go to New Orleans if Breeze retires, but there's no way, like, we do not have the cap to sign him.
Maybe Pitt if Big Ben goes.
Pittsburgh was one of the ones I heard.
That would make a lot of sense to me. Depending on how the Bears feel about Trubisky, maybe to the Bears.
Bears aren't paying a quarterback either.
Maybe Doug Peterson works his magic and gets him on the Eagle.
Well, Peterson got fired, bro. Peterson's canned.
he
Yeah,
can
Peterson
still
got
find a way. There's a will, there's a way.
Did you hear that story, dude? He apparently just went into the front office and was like, "Fuck y'all, I'm my own head coach now." And they're like, "Oh, well, you're fired. Get out." But
Wait, he literally said that?
I mean, I bet that's not how it went. But he basically said he was tired of Jeffrey Lurie bossing him around.
And that was the
That he wanted to
that's
be
the owner,
that he
right?
wanted to be his own head coach.
Yeah,
And,
no.
yeah, well, that's the owner, right?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
What
But,
about Detroit?
Dude, Ew, I don't want to see
I
Deshaun
don't,
in Detroit.
Detroit's
I hear
rebuilding. I don't think they
I
go
hear
for
I hear they
Watson.
got a coach in Detroit that's apparently going to change the culture, which, I mean, if they do, good on them.
I don't think.
personally,
I don't
here's
see
one-
Watson going to
they
Detroit
got the
at
picks,
all, personally.
They got the picks, and seeing that they can't draft receivers, they need a playmaker at quarterback. What if he went to New England?
I could see New England a lot too, because New England might have. I've been watching Pat McAfee a lot. He's been talking about how the salary cap is going to be affected since COVID. New England's going to be rolling in money this offseason. He's saying
They are, dude, and they got all
and
them
they
picks.
have them, so they
Like,
could pay that man.
They could be like, hey,
They might do a
four-
1-year rebuild.
here's 4 first. Here's 4 first for Deshaun Watson, and like, do the Texans say no?
Yeah, I mean, it comes down to them. But how do they feel?
Because here's the thing, dude. It's the Patriot way. You know Belichick don't want a college quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
It just sounds so un-Belichick. He wants an established QB.
That's probably like the most. That's the one I can see the most, honestly. The Patriots getting Deshaun Watson.
Tua was the one that was floated around But I mean, I can't imagine Miami drafted the guy and wanted to give up on him after one season.
I don't see that either. I don't understand that. And if that's
I do
how it
wish
is-
they would have kept him benched for Fitzmagic the
they
rest
should
of the year.
Fitzmagic. I think this
And-
could have been Fitzmagic.
Yeah, I felt like they should have
given.
given him the Mahomes treatment, had him sit on the bench for a year, then brought him in next year. You know,
Yeah.
like, hey Fitz, you did good, you got your playoff run.
Or
we
if
drafted
Fitz
this
didn't do
guy,
good, or if
use him.
it's like was losing games, then you
When
know if they
did-
wanted to make an emergency switch, they could have. But I don't get
Yeah.
the feeling of benching him when
But
Fitz
I will say this,
was doing good.
Kind of like with Stefanski, I feel like Miami's got the right guy in Flores. He really seems to know what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, good on both the Dolphins and the Browns for getting out of the losing culture they've been in for the last decade. And we can throw Buffalo in there too. Buffalo seems to have the right guy as well.
Yeah, Buffalo looks really good now. We can throw Arizona in there too. Arizona's starting.
Dude, I want to see y'all's guy close seasons out. That's my one concern with them.
Well, here's the thing: we're still not really a built team.
Yeah. I still think y'all would have been a
That
lot
O
more
line is
entertaining.
still atrocious. Like,
I still think y'all would have been a lot more entertaining than the fucking Bears in the playoffs. I still don't know how the Bears made the playoffs.
I know that they kind of just snuck in there.
Like, they were
do you
3
think,
and 6 at one
Watson
point.
could go to the football team?
Dude, that would be crazy. You know, I hate.
Wait,
love it.
who
I
was
don't-
3 and 6
I
at
don't
one
want to
point?
hear it, but you know what name's getting tossed around for the football team, right? Cam.
Oh no! Don't bring in Cam. Don't bring in Cam football team. I am such a big fan of the football team after this year. I will
Wait,
be rooting
talk
for
about Cam
them.
Newton?
Because of his ties with Rivera.
Yeah.
They're floating Cam out there.
I will be rooting for this football team.
Hey man, as long as he doesn't fucking like destroy over there, I'd be
I
down
mean, he'll
for it.
kill the Cowboys because he runs, and Cowboys can handle
Hey,
that
you know what?
quarterbacks.
We're not gonna have that running problem every
Dude.
year.
You will.
Well,
this year.
can Dan Quinn
Anyways,
fix the,
Tib.
can Dan Quinn fix the Cowboys defense?
Oh god.
Oh god, PTSD.
Fix?
Not even an Atlanta fan.
I mean, he can get them to
Dude,
get points. I mean, he can probably help them blow leads less than.
I am strongly against him as our defensive. Oh my god, defensive
Y'all's
coordinator.
defense was so bad
I
it
don't-
can't get worse. I feel like him being a
Cowboys
DC
defense
isn't
is
a big
already
deal.
so bad. I don't know
Yeah.
how that. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how I feel.
Well,
About
the last 4 weeks we had like the best defense.
that. Yeah, too bad the last 4 weeks
Y'all
didn't really
played
make the
trash cans
season.
last month.
Hey, you know what?
You
If
shouldn't
we
even
would've
bring up
won-
that stat. Look at
if-
the record at the
if-
end of the year, bro.
If we would have won the last game and Washington would have lost and Philly didn't throw, then we would have been in playoffs. All right,
Yeah, but
so-
nobody would want to see that.
dude, I would have wanted to see that.
Not even
We
you.
kind of floated. What's your thoughts on Deshaun Mook?
He muted. I
But yeah.
think he goes to the Patriots. That's the place I see him going.
I would have
most.
loved to see it because
Yeah.
then we would have whooped Tampa Tom's ass, and then we would have had a whole different game. Would have been like, I don't know,
y'all
the
would've
Saints and the
whipped- y'all
Cowboys,
would've-
and then we
y'all-
would have fucking destroyed the Saints.
Y'all
And
wouldn't have
then
played the
Cowboys
y'all
would
wouldn't-
have.
Oh yeah, y'all would have played the Saints.
Bro, the
Y'all
only
would
thing
not
y'all
have.
can destroy is Zeke's hands.
But what's your
Motherfucker.
thoughts on
And
Deshaun
then-
Mook?
We would have fucking killed the Packers. We'd be like, it's our time for revenge. Bitch
Okay.
slap.
You
And
see-
then Dallas would have went to the Super Bowl against the
You-
Bills,
you
and
don't
then
you don't
we
you don't
would've
bitch
won.
slap
You
your
can
daddy.
make those comments when you're not in a negative record.
we went to negative record. We would have fucking been balling out.
No.
Plus, with
You
those
don't-
wins,
Because
our
of that
overall
negative
record would
record,
have
you
been.
didn't make it.
Hey, you know what? If we would have,
Yeah, if we
would've
won
been
just
7-9.
one more, that makes sense.
we would have been
but-
7-9. We would have had to win like 3 more to have that positive record.
This
We went in with the losing record overall with a positive
It's a
record.
lot of what ifs, Mook.
Man, if the Cardinals won their last game, and if
Yeah,
they
they
won the
would've been
next
in.
game, and if they won the game after that, and if they won the game
Yeah.
after that, they would have been in the Super Bowl. Like,
Yeah,
that's what
they
you're
would've
saying.
been.
Essentially, it's like obvious shit that didn't happen
No,
because
no,
they're
no,
a
no, no,
trash
no, no.
team.
I'm not saying. I'm not saying. The first half was what ifs. The second half was fucking facts.
No,
All right.
no, it was what ifs, buddy.
He can't even keep a straight face.
The second
Oh,
half
man.
was facts. We
No.
would have shut. We would have put the no respect on Tom Brady. Well,
Bro,
no.
Tom Brady would have
Yeah,
smacked you with his
Yeah,
dick.
Brady
would have had 150 rushing yards.
would've- Brady would have held one ring up and said, "Remember the last time you saw one of these?" And then that would have been it.
Nah, Brady would have been like,
Brady would have had the
Man,
whole gauntlet on. What do you mean? He would be like, "You can't see me, motherfucker."
No. He
Stiff arm all the
didn't want to. He didn't want to just
Nah,
disintegrate
Andy
them
Dalton.
boys.
Andy Dalton.
Don't even
Would've
talk
been
about
the
Andy
fucking
Dalton. We're
MVP.
talking about Tom Brady.
Andy Dalton would have whipped his big old dick at me like, I'm fired last few weeks. Let me just continue.
Against trash can
Always the
teams.
Super Bowl. And then Mike McCarthy would be like, oh man, thank God I got 2 fucking Super Bowls now. Thank God this team fucking bailed my ass up because I had some poor coaching all year.
Oh man.
Alright, continuing.
Anyways, what's your opinion on
Deshaun.
Deshaun Mook? Where would you like to see him go? Where is he gonna go? I agree with the New England thing, by the way.
I would like to
think
see him on the
that's-
football team, and I think he does in the Patriots.
I mean, I'd like to see him on Pittsburgh with all those weapons, but I think New England is where he's gonna end up.
Where would I like to see him go, and where do I think him? Deshaun.
So motherfucker's about to say Dallas.
He's got
I'd like
Dak.
to see him go to
I know, but
Detroit,
it'd be. Oh my god, why?
and I think he'll go to.
the quarterback retirement home.
I can't believe you. I can't believe you ever want anybody to go to Detroit, dude. That's kind of fucked up. That's like saying you support murder, dude. Like, you're a fucked up human being. That's like Anthony wishing injuries on players. You pretty much just said, I want Deshaun Watson to get injured and have his career end.
Hang on.
I can't blame you.
It'd be good for the Lions.
No,
in New
it wouldn't.
England, he
Because then
ain't
they
get-
watch
you know
another all-star talent fade away before their eyes.
And you know what?
You know, in New England, he ain't gonna get sacked a lot either.
Oh, man. Where do you think he'll go?
Are the Colts off Rivers?
No, the Colts
We
are
don't
probably
know
gonna
yet,
ride
but
him.
that would be another one, a division rival. Oh, could you imagine if they gave him to the Colts? Oh,
I mean,
He'll go to New England.
I don't like the Colts. I
Fair
like
enough.
him as a Colt, but I just don't like the Colts, what they do.
only other real story of the week, and y'all might not have an opinion on this, but Urban Meyer going to the Jaguars.
Who the hell is Urban Meyer?
That's the
Coach.
big college coach.
Oh, well, I have no...
The guy that was in Florida, and then he was in Ohio State. There's been things about him going for a while. I'll say this, I think he's a good culture guy. I think he'll need help with the day-to-day stuff, but overall, I would really like to see the Jaguars get a good culture, so be interesting to see. I mean,
All I can add is welcome to the NFL.
Did the Jets? Not the Jets. Did the
Jaguar.
the Jets did hire a head coach, by the way. They hired one today.
Yeah, no, I
just
seen
don't
that.
know nothing
Didn't
about him.
Los Angeles fire their head coach?
Yeah, they did, but no one's got the Charger job yet.
Yeah, I know.
The
I seen 7 teams,
man.
and 3 of them
The
got like
name
new coaches
floating
today.
for the Charger job is the O coordinator for the Bills right now, Gayball.
Fuck
Yeah, I seen 3 teams got new coaches today, and I think 7 teams are like in total that they like either didn't have a coach, don't have a coach, or had signed a coach today. And Philly was one of them that didn't have one. Atlanta was one. Jets were one. Jets ended up signing someone. Chargers were one. I think the Texans were one. Did I say Detroit?
No.
No.
They were one. I don't know if they signed someone or not. And I think Jacksonville was the last one.
And they signed someone.
Yeah.
So right now, I guess this is a little bit newsworthy. We can end on this. The news is that the Jets, and this shows how much they didn't like Adam Gase, are thinking about sticking with Sam Darnold, which means that one of those teams below him could give him a hefty sum to trade up into that number 2 spot.
I still don't know how to feel about
it's
Sam
gonna be
Darnold
Justin
personally.
Fields, so, I mean, dude, I think you got all the cap space in the world. You got these draft picks. It's sink or swim for Darnold. Like,
Yeah, I don't know how I feel with him as a player because I feel like we haven't really gotten to see Darnold. You know what I mean? I feel like we've got to see a mess of an offense and like a mess of a team. For
dude,
most
he's
of
had
these years.
he's had shines of brilliance, but this year was definitely a bad year for him. He regressed so bad.
I would
this
like
year.
to see him do good, but like I said, like his team hasn't really been consistent around him. I don't feel like.
But yeah, that's all I have. I
On a
mean,
side note-
if a team trades in, I could see a Carolina or someone trading into that number 2
Washington
spot.
football team.
Football team. Would you like to see Fields go to the
Oh,
football
I
team?
fucking love Fields going to the football team.
Fields with
I like
Heineke as his
Fields.
backup.
Fields is one of the
Who's
top
Fields?
QB prospects.
Yeah, he's
Oh.
basically the number 2 prospect behind Trevor Lawrence.
Not to be a dick or anything, but I'd like to see them get a dud.
Nope, I'd love to see Fields go and
Here's the
just
thing,
tear
dude.
shit up.
The football team looks like they're one good quarterback away from being really good.
One good quarterback and maybe a few receivers.
Yeah.
And they can definitely get that this offseason.
Well, you have one stud receiver, so
But like another one solidify that
Yeah.
because they got backs. I like their backs.
yeah, they got backs. Their O line.
I like Gibson. I like McKissick. McKissick is like a
Dude, they
James
got the
White
best-
kind of guy. I feel like
They got the best D line in the league. Their O line's not bad. Like,
they could be a serious threat if they just get that quarterback situation. Like
Well, hopefully they football team it up and suck.
yeah, anyways,
Get
that's
that this
about all.
year,
That's
but-
about all I got. That was just the other stories from around the league. I just put them at the end so Asian could get out of here.
alrighty, well, do you have anything else to add, Mook, or no?
Let's go Tampa Tom. And let me get my fur coat and my cigar and my pimp cane for 3 of 3.
Go Saints. Go Saints.
Justice for the Browns.
Dude, can you imagine if fucking Cleveland's playing for a chance
Here's
to go
the
to the fucking
thing.
Super Bowl?
Here's the thing with that. It's such a long shot. It's perfect to happen this year. And that's
Dude,
what
I would
scares
love
me.
to see it.
That's what's scary about the thought because it's so not supposed to happen that it might happen. And that
All those
happens a
Madden-
lot in sports. All
All
the time.
those Madden Sims where the Browns and the Cowboys made the Super Bowl, at least half of that could come true.
You know, I mean, with the way Kansas City's been playing, yeah, they win games, but
I'm
They
not
don't win
worried
by
about
much.
Kansas City, dude.
I feel like it's the playoffs now, and KC will
that's
turn it
what-
on.
Dude, I feel like I was like,
kind of like how they did against the Bucks, or the Bucks. Listen to the Bucks. Kind of like how they did against the Texans last year.
Well, you
28
remember? Okay, I'll say this:
28-3.
they went down 24-0 in that game. If they go down 24-0 to Cleveland, I don't think that they'll catch up.
I think they could, even if they went down 24-0. It's the fucking Chiefs. They're the most explosive offense we've seen in a while, I feel like. Like, 24 points for that offense seems very feasible. Tyreek Hill, you got fucking Spence, or not, what's his name? The fucking back, I can't remember off the top of my head. Clyde
Le'Veon,
Edwards-Helaire,
Hilaire.
and then Le'Veon behind with him. Then you got Sammy Watkins, Mahomes, fucking the other receiver that's really fast. I forgot his name too. Like,
Fucking McCole Hardman.
yeah, McCole Hart. Like, there's just so much on that team. I'm not worried about it.
Yeah. Too bad the Chiefs are getting knocked out next week when they play the Buffalo Bills.
They
I hope.
well, we will be differing on that game.
Yeah, same here.
Anyway, y'all, thanks for hanging out. And we'll see y'all next time.
Everybody.
Bye.
Bye. I love you.